Alright, it's a new week, back from work. It's Monday the 24th and I wanted to do a quick costume update because I've got some of the main pieces in that I wanted to document. Slip dress for the starfish. This will be the overlayer of the dress. It's a two-piece, it came as a set. This is the dress in full. Part of the pattern will be covered by, ideally I want to get a white fur gilet because I really feel like that's the vision. I have a white fur like Russian winter hat that's on its way and I feel like a white fur gilet would really pull it together. I also have this blue scarf that has not been washed yet, but I do have it, and I thought pairing it with, you can't really see the dress anymore because it's back on the maiden, pairing it with the dress either as an actual scarf or like an arm shawl thing. But then I also saw a really cute rainbow scarf that I quite like, and I think the rainbow scarf could match the flowers, but then the blue also matches the flowers, so I could have this as a proper scarf and then the rainbow one as the arm shawl. It'll depend how it all looks when I put it together, and I need to get some white boots for starfish. A lot of the costumes is just going to be general stuff that a person would wear, like Tina's costume, working name, I don't know if I'm going to keep the name Tina. That's probably just going to be stuff that Emily owns, like stuff that already fits, or that we know that already fits her. There's no point me going out and getting stuff if I know that we already have stuff at home that already fits. As long as it's unbranded, like it looks kind of cool, I really couldn't care less. I'm thinking of reworking the costume for Darby, because initially I wanted to go with the green binder, the scarf, and I had the gloves made. I might just wear them for myself, to be honest. But then I thought, if everything's going to be getting covered in like fake blood, I don't really want to risk them getting stained. I know that there is fake blood that you can get where it doesn't stain, but it's like 25 quid a bottle, and even then, do you really want to risk it? I know they say it doesn't stain, but do you believe them? The binder doesn't matter as much because it goes underneath clothes, and I don't think I would ever wear it as a crop top outside of that one short film, but I really don't want to be wearing, like I got it green because I wanted it to look nice. Like I wanted a green one. I'm not gonna get a plain black or plain skin color when I can get neon green. Why would I not immediately go for that? I got neon green because I liked it. It's carrier colors. Why would I not? I don't want to then have like a big brown stick, because it won't be a red stain, it'll be brown with the way that the red and the green combine. A big red stain, brown stain across the front. It'll look horrible. And I know that no one's gonna see it, but like, I will. And it'll look grim. It was like 40 quid, I don't want to be getting some rank stain on it. So I'll have to see how that goes. I do actually have a shirt that just arrived today. The only issue is with the colour and the pattern. I got this for myself. This wasn't for the movie. Oh, it's so cute. Look at this. Look at how cute this is. Oh my god. Is that not the cutest pattern you've ever seen? The black I could take or leave. I feel it's like a bit of an unnecessary detail. But the pattern of the little lollipops, oh my god, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. I feel like I could wear this, but then if it's getting covered in fake blood, first of all, I got this because I wanted it. I didn't get this because I wanted it as like a prop or anything. I don't want to get it stained. And even then, fake blood might not be that good of a contrast on this pattern, with it already having the prominent red on it. It might not, I mean, it'll show up, you'll obviously see it. It just won't be that big contrast that I'm looking for. Like with the crop top, with it being green, I would have a lot of bare skin. It would be bright green. You would see all of it. You would see me covered in the blood. Whereas this, I feel like you would need a shit ton of the blood just for it to really have the impact that I'm looking for. And I don't really want to risk covering it in fake blood. I feel like I'm at a crossroads between I want to get something nice that I feel happy wearing and I feel like this character would wear on a regular basis, or something weird. But then I don't want it to be too nice, because then I'm like, well, I kind of want this afterwards. I don't want to ruin this garment and get like a huge stain across it and I can never wear it ever again. Definitely with this one, I got this for me. Like, this is my shirt. If I do end up using this, I'm going to have to possibly try getting one of the supposedly wash out fake bloods and doing like a fabric test, I guess. Maybe like get a bunch of random really cheap shit from, I don't know, the YMCA that does stuff for like £1 and just splatter them all and see how it washes out. Get some different textures and see how it plays off them. But I really don't. I don't want to ruin this shirt because I absolutely love this shirt. How cute. I'd maybe have to do something about that. The fact that it sticks up irritates me. But I could safety pin it, so who cares? But I love this shit. It needs to go in the wash anyway, because obviously it's off like Vinted. But either way, costume update. I have the dress. That is the main thing. I was really worried about what I was going to put the starfish in. And I feel like the outfit of this really striking white dress that's got like a big pattern, but you can only see like a slither of it through the gilet. And obviously the gilet itself, very pronounced, very noticeable. White Russian hat. Very like, almost timeless, but not quite, like out of time. The way I tried to describe it to Emily is I wanted a costume that felt like an alien that was trying to make an outfit that looks human, and it kind of does, but it's like not quite right. Like something is clearly not gone wrong, but it's like so out there that it's like you see it and you're like, okay, like something's not wrong, but something is like a little bit off. It's like a bit too much. Too much has gone into, it's not quite right, and it'll have face paint streaks with it as well. So I feel like that might help amplify it, but I don't know how well that'll work off Emily's face. I don't know, we're gonna have to do some costume tests with it. I could get that rainbow scarf and just see how it looks, because I like the thought of it playing off of the flowers that are on the dress, but the flowers that are on the dress are quite light and the scarf I'm looking at is quite dark. I'd have to see how it comes together, because I don't want to have this very white outfit. I plan on putting white platforms with it as well. This very white outfit with occasional splashes of colour, like the blue scarf, like the flowers poking through, and then it all just kind of gets shattered by this really dark, saturated rainbow scarf. I'd have to use that as a shawl. I don't think I could ever... The blue scarf, I could definitely go back and forth between whether or not I use it as a scarf or like an arm shawl that would be wrapped around. Thickness of this. That's the thickness of the actual scarf. So it would be kind of loosely like that. Or maybe I could spread it out a bit. That would be as the shawl. But then as the scarf, I'd want it to be a lot thinner. And possibly even have it just around the neck and then it comes down the back. So you kind of get the little tease at the back of the collar. I don't know. I'm sure it'll come together. It'll have to. The deadline is July 31st. I'm hoping that just on the basis of it being so weird and so out there, that it kind of sticks in people's minds. I plan on animating the intro, so hopefully that kind of does well, because I've seen a lot of the people that do animated intros for the short films in our area, and they're not very good animators in the nicest way possible. But like, I have a history in art, I have a history in drawing cartoons. I feel like I'm a relatively decent cartoonist. Not to toot my own horn, I feel like I'm a decent cartoonist. I've gone back and forth on the music for it. I'm going to have an experiment on making my own music, but I don't think it's going to go very well. So when that inevitably goes horribly wrong, I'm thinking of contacting one of my online friends because I know that he does music and he knows a band that also does kind of the vibe that I'm going for. So I could maybe contact him and be like, hi, could you please ask your band friends to do something for me? I'll give you like 100 quid for it. So hopefully that works. Ideally, I could just do it myself for free, but like, I'm not a musician. I've never done music in my life. I mean, I've played the violin in primary school, but that's hardly a history in music. I'm not a musician. I'm not Julian Barrett. Like, I can't just pick up any instrument and immediately be the god of music. But yeah, I'll have to ask, ideally before July, because that's a little bit inconvenient. I'm hoping that just based on the weirdness that it does just relatively okay. I don't think there'll be, I'd probably have to enter it to the comedy category just on the basis of, with the young people's category being 16 to 25, if I start making everything really graphic and there's a lot of swearing, I don't think that's going to go down well in the young people's film category. So I'm probably going to have to submit it as a regular comedy. And I'm hoping, just on the basis of it being so fucking weird, that it stands out in people's minds. I know that there are people there that like the kind of comedy that I like. I'm hoping that it goes down well with them. Maybe get some bias points. Get some sympathy points. I don't know, we'd have to see. Just put piano with it. Just complete juxtaposition of these two things that don't clash well at all. Really gentle piano music. Here's the Toreador March from Carmen. Please enjoy. That's basically the recap of everything that I've done since last videoing. I feel like since last videoing, all I really did last time was complain about writing and then complain about outfits. And that was kind of it. These video diaries, the Captain Goose production diaries, it's supposed to be documenting the film. It's not supposed to be just me rambling and raving about my life. And to an extent, the filmmaking aspect is part of my life. I'm doing a lot of this. In fact, not even just a lot, I'm doing basically all of this myself. It's very, I don't want to use the word guerrilla, but it is kind of, when you think back to like the independent, before the word indie became a thing in like the 60s of like John Cassavetes, or Cassavetes, I think it's Cassavetes, where it's literally just self-funded, we're doing everything ourselves, you're lucky if it's even going to see a theatrical release. It's just one lunatic doing it themselves with their own budget and their own money. David Lynch with Inland Empire. It's very much that sort of production. I'm doing everything myself. It's entirely self-funded. The camera is just my phone camera. I'll have to get a look into microphone because I know that the mic isn't the best on my phone. And definitely not for recording outside. I live in a very windy country. It's not going to go down well. It barely picks up voices as it is, as you can hear. So we'll have to see. I think everything's going well. It's currently February 24th. Yeah, it's February 24th. It's Monday. We've been over this. I have 5 months. I have a shit ton of time. I have all the time in the world. If I don't get into the film festival, I'll just fucking post it on YouTube or something. I'm not just going to leave it to rot. So that's what the next 5 months are going to be. My roller skates are arriving soon. Apparently roller skating is easier than rollerblading. So I'm set. I'm hoping I don't have to do much training. I'm going to have to go to Atherton roller rink maybe and get some rounds in. I started all of this because I like rollerblading and I know that that's something I can do relatively well that a lot of people can't. They say that they can. No, they can't. And I just was like, well, it's something I can do. Fuck it, why not? And I can't afford another actor, so I might as well use something that I can already do. Like if I was a pianist, I would be like, well, let's do something with piano. If I was a trapeze artist, I would be like, well, we'll do something with the trapeze. If I was a saxophonist, I'd be like, well, we'll do something with the saxophone. But unfortunately, I'm none of those things, but I can rollerblade. And a roller skate would ideally be with them being the 2x2 roll wheels. I don't know. With it being 2x2 wheels, it would ideally give me more balance, so it would be a lot easier than rollerblading, and I feel like I'm relatively decent at rollerblading, at least in comparison to the average person. And I have all the time in the world before we start filming to get some practice in. And my roller skates arrive like next week, so I have all the time in the world. It'll be fine. We can't even start filming yet because it's too fucking cold. It's too windy. And we need to get it to lighten up a bit more, so ideally we could film very early in the morning when there's not a lot of people around, but it's still light enough to be like, it's daytime, guys. Please believe me, it's daytime. Meanwhile, it's like 5 in the morning and me and Emily are in the middle of Manchester. Oh, she's gonna be so angry if we have to do that. It's fine. She gets to slap me at one point. That is the deal we have. She puts on her silly costume. She puts on her face paint. She does anything I asked. She gets to slap me for real. She actually gets to hit me in real life. That is the deal. It's part of the script. It's not just I've allowed her to punch me in the face. And it's a slap anyway. There is a scene where... Who even is it that does it? Basically, that's the deal, is that Emily gets to actually do it for real if she agrees to do all of this bullshit for me. I keep calling it our movie. It's not our movie. It's my movie. I'm doing all of this. She's just in it. And buys me stuff. But yeah, that's the deal. She gets to actually hit me for real. No play acting of like going past the face. No, she can make contact if she agrees to do all of this with me. The script is like 90% done. It just needs like a couple extra details and it needs to be formatted because currently at the minute it's literally like a regular Google Doc in like Arial size 12. It's not been formatted properly. None of the headings are in. None of that. It's literally just a regular Google Doc. So I need to get all of that done. It's mostly done, to be honest. I keep adding like additional jokes that I think would be funny. A lot of them won't be because people aren't going to get the references. There's a reference to Cleo de San Cassette. I don't think that's going to go down very well with the Northern film crowd. Maybe it will, because if you're going to a short film festival, you are going to be the kind of person that likes movies. And if you like movies and you don't like Agnes Varda, there's not much I can do to help you. You're just a lost cause at that point. You might as well give up. So ideally, that might go down well with people. But then again, it is quite a niche reference. Like, it's a reference to the lead actor of Cleo de San Cassette. And it's whether or not people actually know her name. I do. But I need it to be something I can actually pronounce because obviously I don't speak French. And I think Cleo's name is like, it's Cleo Victoire. It looks like Victoire, but that's probably not right because I don't speak French. Shocking, I know, that I don't speak French. I speak Danish. I also plan on including that in a future movie at some point. That's something else I can do that a lot of people can't in the UK, obviously. Like, I can rollerblade. I can speak Danish. So if I'm gonna have to subject myself to being the subject and main actor in all of my movies because I can't afford anyone else, I might as well use the things that I'm good at. I can roller skate, or I can rollerblade. I can draw, I can animate, so I can do all of the intros myself. I don't need this huge... I don't think I'd even like having this big group of people to manage. Like, just let me do it myself. I can animate, I can edit. I can't make music. I'm gonna have to outsource the music. But everything else, I don't need you. Go away. Not to be like the next John Cassavetes. Then again, I feel like he would have liked having a production team on Shadows. I think it's called Shadows. I'm the next Errol Morris. I'm the next John Cassavetes. I'm the next David Lynch. Oh, those are jokes. That's a joke. I'm the next Noel Fielding and Julian Barrett. Anyway, that's all I had to say. That's my update. I've been speaking for almost 25 minutes straight, and my poor dog looks like she's going to kill herself on the chair. because she's been having to listen to all this. She was so excited when I got back. Probably did not realise I was going to stand here and talk for 25 minutes. It's fine. It's whatever. I just wanted to get all of this off my chest and I can review the footage later. At least I'm in a nice outfit. I'm in my work outfit from today. And I'll be getting dressed for the quiz later. Can get all of my goth shit on. That's another thing as well, is I don't want Darby to just be me 2. Goose 2. And I feel like she's not. I really worked hard on... I don't want it to just come across as like a weird self-insert. She's really not like me at all. She's far from me to call someone else weird, but she is weird. But that's what I want. I don't want to play like... not normal people, but I do want to play weirdos. And if I'm going to write it for myself, then I might as well make it a weirdo, because I am a weirdo. This is my work outfit. You show up to a clothing store and this is the cashier, what you do. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm starving. That's my update of the week.